Hey everyone, welcome to Redmen TV and my match reaction after Liverpool were eliminated from the Europa League. We won 1-0 over in Italy in Bergamo, beating Atalanta, but nowhere near enough to overturn what was a 3-goal deficit after they did a number on us, didn't they, in Anfield, if truth be told. Yeah, really disappointing night, to be honest with you. I think a lot of hope and expectation was sort of placed in the fact that Liverpool, we have managed to produce the remarkable, certainly when it comes to European night, and overturn deficits such as this. We've got a rich history of the remarkable and the incredible comebacks and stuff like that. But in truth, it never really threatened to do so. And hindsight's obviously 2020 when it comes to this sort of stuff. And there might have been, certainly in the build-up to the game, I think we were all guilty of probably getting carried away and starting to believe a little bit. And you think, okay, last week was an absolute horror show. But, if we do get our act together, if we do play anything like we do get back to our sort of recognisable best, then who knows? And the early goal was going to be pivotal and all that stuff. And Atalanta dropped point to a winning position earlier on this week. So you start to convince yourself that it's plausible that it may happen again. But ultimately, not even close. Like, barely built up any head of steam whatsoever to even potentially lay a glove on the possibility of overturning this tonight. And it was frustrating because obviously, team selection-wise, first and foremost, named a really sort of aggressive-looking side, stuck with Taro Endo out the side to just free up the midfield and make it really, really fluid, really, really front foot, really aggressive, attacking-minded. And I like that. The full-backs, likewise, with Robertson and Trent. It was definitely a side picked with the comeback or the potential of goals in mind from Jurgen Klopp, and rightfully so. Dropped Darwin Núñez to the bench, who hasn't been playing well. Cody Gakpo deserved his start, I think it's fair to say, but we actually started okay. Won a penalty early doors. Trent Alexander-Arnold showing off his passing expertise to get Luis Diaz in behind, and it was Trent on the other side when the ball broke back out, who won the penalty, tried to deliver a cross and it was stopped by a clear handball, to be fair. And Mo Salah tucked it away and you felt, okay, here we go. The dream start, really, in many senses. You get your early goal, you wobble them a little bit, the doubts start to creep into their mind. They get a little bit anxious about, okay, we know what Liverpool are renowned for when it comes to European comebacks. But to our credit, I think first half was decent. We managed to sort of nullify and negate a lot of what caused us problems at Anfield last week. Atalanta go man for man and all that sort of stuff. We set up to deal with that, and we set up to make life more difficult for them. We had a very fluid front three. Mohamed Salah was popping up left wing, central, right wing. Likewise, Diaz was all over the place as well. Cody Gakpo was moving really deep to drag defenders with him. Generally speaking, that was working, and we were getting some joy. The problems were coming in the first half, whereby the passing was just a little bit loose at times, and the minute we gave the ball away, because they are so at us, they are so intense in their press, we were gifting them opportunities, and that felt like it was going to be a problem. Thankfully, they didn't hurt us in that first half. So you went into half-time thinking, okay, this is very much still alive, more of the same, be more precise, capitalise on your moments a little bit more, and who knows how it could transpire. And there were a couple of moments, even in the first half, where you think, maybe that could have been it. A couple of half chances here and there. Mo Salah misses a big chance. It's a brilliant little flick in behind from Cody Gakpo. And Salah, keeper's backpedaling, and Salah, he could have brought it down and carried it maybe. He had Diaz alongside him as well. He went for the lob, and I don't mind the decision behind it, to be fair, because it's probably on. In fact, it's definitely on. The execution's terrible. It's tame. I think he shins it a little bit, goes harmlessly wide, and kind of sums up Mo Salah. I mean, obviously scored the penalty, made that look pretty straightforward, but in open play, it's not happening for Salah, and it's not happening for Liverpool right now. But second half, just to move on to it, like no changes at Bacon, rightfully so, because as I mentioned, 1-0 up, and you think, okay, go again, get another early goal in the second half, and who knows what happens, because there's enough evidence on the first half to suggest that we were capable of doing something like that. Not second half. It was dire. Honestly, it was dire. And all the talk has been about the heavy metal football. This was anti-heavy metal football, really, second half. But it's been like Klopp send off, give it everything you've got. Don't die wondering. This is it now. Potentially a last European game with Jurgen Klopp at the helm. Let's do it for the manager, etc., etc., etc. Never, just with a whimper, really. Honestly, never even got going. And huge credit to Atalanta and Gasperini, the manager. Like, they've done a number on us across the two legs. Much deserved to go through. Like, they've been boss. Fair play to them. But from our perspective, have to be better. Have to take your chances. It's a recurring theme now for the Reds. got to be more clinical in front of goal, got to use the ball better. But honestly, it was the pedestrian nature and the fact that as the second half whittled on, it felt like almost again like we were the ones in the ascendancy and we had the game under control and we were the ones cruising through. It was never the case. Like, there was no urgency, no desire, just very happy to have it, knocking it around the back without a care in the world, it felt like, which is really frustrating because it's not like this Liverpool side, as I mentioned. It felt like we were going to go to Italy and give it absolutely everything that we've got. I can't stand there and say that we did that. I can't, and that's criminal, to be honest. So yeah, wholly disappointing, really is. Subs came on. Subs had to be made because lads are looking tired. Trent included, hasn't played a full 90 for a long time, first start for a while. Subs came on, but to be honest with you, Jota, Nunes, Harvey Elliott, Jadon Dans, all of the above didn't really influence the game. It became a bit more disjointed, if anything. Gakpo ended up at left back, and it became a bit of a mess. If truth be told, at the end there was no real pattern to play with discernible, just hoofing at longer times, hoping for second balls, which is fine. But Atalanta, it was food and drink to them. It honestly was. And yeah, I've said it already, properly disappointing. Just a bit of a damp squib of an ending, and not befitting, not the way this Liverpool side under Jurgen Klopp and how brilliant he's been forwards was meant to end. We weren't meant to bow out this way in Europe like that. It was poor, it was tame. Yeah, not good. Anyway, after all that, out of Europe, disappointing. No Dublin dream. Yeah, shite. Dad, more content to go and do now. I'm off to Fulham on Sunday as well. Hopefully we're much better, because my word, we are in need of some inspiration right now. We are in need of a performance right now. To be honest with you, we're just in need of a goal from open play right now. Bite your hand off one of them. Anyway, sound. Take it easy. Up the Reds. See you soon.